leader of the group. He was known as Sejan at the time, but later would be known as Pablo.
That's Pablo?
30 trainees are a lot of
Oh,
trainees.
oh my!
It would take a very observant person with an eye for
I was literally about to say, is that Pablo? Right when I saw him, I was just trying to keep it to myself, bro. No, I'm dead serious, bro. So that's Pablo's real name, huh? And that's what he was doing before that. What the freak? Dude, that's crazy.
talent to notice.
Whew. Yo, what is up, YouTube? Iron Man. So we back with another SB19 video, and today we are starting a new series, man, for SB19. So this one is called the documentary series, I guess, man. Yeah, y'all been wanting me to watch this for quite a bit, man. I did see those comments from back then. I was like, yeah, I was definitely adding this to the list. I was supposed to react to this from like the very beginning, but like, sure, I was just trying to get into the music first. But yeah, man, it's just like, I feel like this has been long overdue, though, man. I was definitely gonna eventually do this, but like, dang, I didn't know it was gonna take this long, honestly. So yeah, man, I'm still on this on this journey right now, man. Yeah, still trying to react to more of their music, man. I don't think I reacted to every single one yet, including the solos, obviously, man. It seems like there's definitely a good chunk of solos I still need to see. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, so I guess we should just hop straight into this, right? It's been long overdue, man, so let's get it, man. So this is from 10 months ago. SB19 Story Episode 1, The Ultimate Soundbreak. So this is from Casual Chuck. This video, man. So I'm not sure if it's a fan made video or not, but judging from the first screen right here, it looks like it might be. So this is kind of like our guide video, huh? So this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details. Okay, so yeah, this definitely seems like a fan made video. Let's see description. This documentary details how a phenomenal Filipino boy group SB19 came to be and how they survived the absolute dissolution of their training program. There's a lot of copyright class. Alright, man. Shout out Casual Chuck for putting this together, man. I think I've seen there's a bunch of episodes of this, so alright, let's see what's up with it then. Let's relax and enjoy the show here, y'all. Let's learn more about SB19 right here, bro. Because I feel like, yeah, man, like listening to them just solely from their music, it's like, yeah, man, they have a lot of messages they want to like put out, and yeah, I feel like they delivered it perfectly on all their songs, man. Like yeah, it's a lot of positive messages, like it's just a lot of positivity, and then yeah, of course there's some like negativity in there, like because they're actually responding to bad things about them, like, yeah, you know what I mean, like, so it's like a little bit of both, or it's not really a little bit of both. It's like they definitely tackle a lot of different topics for sure. So like, yeah, whether it's positive or negative, man. And yeah, man, I feel like they just really know how to express themselves. Like, I feel like that's what stands out a lot about them. Like, for me, in terms of their music, man, yeah, man, like they definitely have a lot of good messages in their songs for sure. They're positive, but yeah, man, responding to hate and stuff, man, I feel like they got that as well. But yeah, mostly, yeah, their music is just like all about, mostly about that positive and positive, inspirational, like motivational kind of like vibes, you know. So alright, man, let's hop straight into it, man. SB19 Story Episode 1, The Ultimate Soundbreak. Let's go, ready, set, go. I might miss some details. It's possible to have discrepancies. Oh shit, it's not even on my headphones. Oh shit, my bad, y'all. But I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so Enjoy.
When you hear the words pop music and the best boy band, what comes to mind?
Let's relax, yo.
What if I told you that the most overlooked boy group in our generation might be these guys?
Most overlooked? Shit, it's possible, man. I feel like
in the last 6 years,
P-pop
these guys
especially
turned a small Korean entertainment company into a company that produced the greatest P-pop group ever.
Yeah, so yeah.
SB19.
It came from a Korean company, man.
And you don't accomplish that without making a few enemies.
K-pop. Lima pala sila. K-pop pangit.
Some of them coming from unexpected places.
Oh, were they dissing them right there?
But behind the group are 5 driven men who were about to transform what was once a laughingstock genre in music into the fastest growing genre of the world.
Ever since we had this goal, and not just for us, but for the entire industry.
Feeling ko hindi pa natin nakukuha yung recognition na
it definitely seems like it came a long way,
Between
yo.
disbanding before they even debuted.
Because I remember hearing them right when they came up, bro. Like they were definitely describing them as a certain thing, man. That was like, yeah, at that time, especially at that time when they came up. I forgot when they actually came up, but I just remember seeing it when I started around my reaction journey, man. Like when, like K-pop was, yeah, we're talking about K-pop. I know y'all are sensitive about this, so I'm trying not to talk about it for real. I know SB19 is not K-pop, but this is just what they were being described as back then, for real. And I feel like, yeah, man, they actually broke through that phase for sure and became their own identity, man. And that's SB19 as the P-pop group, man. Like the P-pop group that made P-pop blossom. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what they are right now, for sure. So, yeah. So when I say, oh yeah, that like this is the time when they first came up, I was definitely saying that like this is what they were being described as, for sure. Like a K-pop kind of group. Like this is what everyone was saying at the time, bro. I swear to you. Like even me, I was like, oh shoot, okay, there's this P-pop group that's like K-pop. Like even me, when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh shoot, this is kind of dope though, because I feel like this is, like I feel like I see the inspiration for it, you know what I mean? Like, but like they definitely grew out of that and made it themselves, you know. They made their own, like they made their own name for themselves. So, man, I know y'all went at me back then, or y'all came at me back then about this. I wasn't even trying to say they were K-pop though. I was just saying what the whole world was saying about them, for real. At the time when they first came up. So don't come at me for that, man. Don't come at me for this. Like, but I was kind of seeing that as well. Like at that point of time, for sure. But if you go back to that reaction when I was trying to describe them, or when I was trying to like that reaction where I was like talking about it before, like the first time I was talking about this, I wasn't even trying to say that for real, bro. I wasn't trying to say that for real. I know they're a P-pop group, y'all. I know. I'm freaking Filipino myself, bro. Why would I call them K-pop at this point? You know what I mean? All right, man. Let's get on it, bro. Let's get on it. All right. I just had to get my little speech out there because it's just really, like, this is really already bringing me back to that one reaction where that one of my first reactions of SB19. All right, man. Let me stop. I'm yapping.
But behind the group are 5 driven men who were about to transform what was once a laughingstock genre in music into the fastest growing genre.
Right. I'm not pausing anymore, I swear.
Ever since we had this goal, and not just for us, but for the entire industry.
Feeling ko hindi pa natin nakukuha yung recognition na dapat para sa atin.
Between disbanding before they even debuted,
all hope is lost parang nung time na yun.
Becoming industry outcasts and getting bashed by their own countrymen.
Sana magkaroon tayo ng grupo na hindi naman mangkataasan ng tangos ng ilong. Para talagang original.
Oo.
The the rise of SB19 may not be the greatest Filipino success story ever.
Maganda kasi yung revenge kasi talaga yung success na ipapakita mo sa mga tao hindi naniniwala.
Tama yan.
But it certainly is the most inspiring one.
It's dope. It's dope so far, yo. Yeah. Sound break. The ultimate sound break. That's kind of hard, so I'm not gonna lie. 2020. Okay. 1997.
This is Cult Triple,
Cult
a
Triple.
group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of. They were formed back in 1994 when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history.
Oh shoot it. Oh
That
shoot.
member was Jong Song Han. It all started when he left the trio in 2002.
I didn't even
to
notice, I'm
become
not
an
gonna lie. Hold
entrepreneur.
up.
Cult Triple
Let me
became
lock in.
Cult 2. Most of their fans thought that Songhan's decision
Cult 2. Cult 2. Cult Triple.
was a huge mistake because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called ShowBT Entertainment. Today we know him as Tatang Robin. Fast forward to 2015. The fight of the century just happened.
Why are we showing
One
this?
Direction's Drag Me Down was all over the radio, and Big Bang was the biggest K-pop boy
Are we
group.
showing Manny Pacquiao right there? I'm
P-pop
just kidding.
has top one project.
Should've won
Chances
that
are,
fight.
you have never heard of them.
Yeah, I said it.
Somewhere in Makati, Philippines, an audition was held.
Yeah.
Tatang Robin was looking for young talents who would be part of the package of their service as an event organizers. Talents who can perform on their own but can also serve as backup dancers and singers to their main performers. One of the main attractions of the SATA audition was if you're good enough, you might just debut as a member of ShowBT's first ever P-pop group to undergo a Korean-style training. Filipinos don't get opportunities like that so often, so hundreds of talents applied, but only 30 made it as trainees. They were initially called the ShowBT Musical Gala Team, but then later dubbed as Nara, which in Korean means country and also happens to be the national tree of the Philippines. If you're a fan who is deep into the P-pop scene, you would recognize some of the future P-pop stars, but one of the most notable ones is this guy. On the first day of training, one guy stood out because he was just alone standing awkwardly in the corner.
Nung una, ang weird niya kung nagsasalita mag-isa.
He was facing the wall and making hand gestures as if he was rapping in front of it.
Hey.
Nakatayo siya sa gilid. Biglang gaganon. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
That guy was John Paulo Nasser.
John Paul Ness.
He always wanted to be a performer. As a young dreamer, he joined several competitions as a soloist and also as a member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP. In training, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time job as a data analyst to help provide for his family. He was selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability. Some of my sources even said that he had already written dozens of songs at this time. He's also a badass rapper and was often called a genius but consistently denied it because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him the destined leader of the group. He was known as Sejin at the time but later would be known as Pablo.
That's Pablo?
30 trainees are a lot of
Oh,
trainees.
oh my.
It would take a
He
very
did-
observant person with an eye for
I was literally about to say, is that Pablo? Right when I saw him, I was just trying to keep it to myself, bro. No, I'm dead serious, bro. So that's Pablo's real name, huh? And that's what he was doing before that. What the freak? Dude, that's crazy.
Talento noticed Pablo in that corner. So who was that observant person with an eye for talent? Well, he was also a trainee. Stelvester Ajero.
Stelvester, that's his full name.
He was only a kid when he started competed as a performer. As a dancer, he racked up win after win on a national level with his school crew and became their official choreographer, teaching crewmates 2 to 3 years older than him. He later joined a dance crew called Seyon and went on to win international titles. Stel obviously worked so hard. Amidst his studies and competitions, he also worked part-time as a McDonald's service crew and teaching dance to kids with special needs. There was a point that he worked too hard that he wound up in the hospital. His poor health caused him to lose his earnings and nearly his life. Fortunately, he was able to recover. This made him the obvious choice to become the choreographer of the group. But little did they know that dancing wasn't his only talent. As a kid, he joined the school choir to become the only male soprano and only improved as he gotten older. He easily became the main heavenly voice of the group because his vocals were just out of this world.
Wait, what the heck happened there? Oh man,
out of this world.
Yeah, for
Unlike
sure.
Pablo, Stel was very friendly to everyone. In fact, one of his closest friends also auditioned and made it as a trainee. This friend is nothing to be trifled with because having the worst upbringing among the others made him the strongest when it comes down to pure guts and determination.
Is that Josh?
Josh Cullen Santos.
So Josh was Stel's close
He
friend.
left home at the age of 16 and it was his decision. From growing up in a toxic environment to being physically abused as a kid by their nanny. I'm talking about getting poured candle wax all over their body. At an early age, he experienced what it felt like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of months. They got evicted from medium-sized apartments to increasingly smaller rooms. It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat with rice but ketchup and salt. They had no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would even get into fist fights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he decided to leave to become independent and started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system to attain his high school degree. He initially had no background in performing. Not until he found Stel performing with his dance group called Seyon. Josh became an instant fan, and when they connected, Stel became his mentor, which led to them becoming co-members, and they went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia.
Yeah.
They even met BTS during one of their winning
I've
runs
seen this
in
before,
Korea.
actually. That's
So
crazy.
from champions
That's actually crazy.
to trainees. What else is in store for them?
Now, their history is actually kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Their history is pretty crazy, dude. The upbringing, man, like the path, man. That's definitely look tough, bro. Man, it's definitely inspiring,
Then
yo.
on, their lives became all about performing in small events and training.
We had one mentor when we were training. Tapos, more on personality development siya. Tapos, presenting ourselves on stage.
We had no idea that the Korean-style training they went through
It's far, far from what they've been doing sa Korea.
was nothing but a mere marketing strategy.
But
No.
skill-wise, parang ganun. We were left on our own.
Left on their own. Oh, shoot.
They were left alone to fend for themselves, sharing knowledge to improve each other with the hope of making the cut. Some sources told me that Pablo had to record some of their vocal sessions to effectively coach his co-trainees. All of that without salary.
That's
This
tough.
went on for roughly a couple of years, and I don't know about you guys, but this for me sounded kind of brutal. It's not easy to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again without any form of guidance. They were also kept in the dark about their debut date. So frustration started
It's
brewing
tough.
until it reached the point when it only took one trigger to call it quits. On one seemingly normal training day, all trainees were already in the studio, except for Josh. On the same morning, the train broke down.
Nasira yung MRT during that time. Nasira yung MRT.
Sinuspindi ang operasyon ng MRT dahil sa
MRT.
power outage.
It wasn't really an accident, but this would still worry anyone, especially the trainees, because it's highly unusual for Josh to miss training. Later that morning, Josh arrived. His co-trainees felt relieved because Josh turned out to be safe. You would think that their company would react the same way, right? Wrong. They decided to terminate his training.
Nalate ako, tapos tinanggal ako.
That was the trigger.
Nung tinanggal po ako, nag-quit din yung mga grupo ko. Nag-quit din sila kasi parang naging trigger na point na kung tatanggalin mo si Josh,
Umalis kami sa grupo.
ganun mo lang kadali itapon yung lahat ng efforts and passion tsaka dreams namin.
ShowBT had two choices: to keep all trainees or to keep no trainees.
Dang.
The company chose the latter. Everyone
That's
left except for Stel.
Except for
Si Stella lang yung
Stell.
naiwan po nun talaga sa
Dude, what's the story? Is just this is a straight movie, bro. Wait, what? Stell.
Tapos talagang down na down lahat.
Si Stel natira kasi doon during that time.
Stel set aside all his frustration and remained focused on his goal, while Pablo was devastated.
All hope is lost parang nung time na yun.
In Josh's case, we can only imagine the pain he must have felt to have been booted out of his dreams. Days passed, everyone still feeling down about that incident. Then Pablo's phone receives a message.
Brother, balik ka na, brother.
It was Josh. Out of all the trainees, the guy that got sent packing was the same guy who actively convinced everyone to continue chasing their dreams. Perhaps this was the sheer guts and determination from his life experiences in full display. Pablo hurried back to the studio to find Stel alone. But not for long. Josh came back next and took the initiative to convince the company to have them back.
Pumunta lang po ako doon at syempre kung kinakailangan na makiusap.
So back to training, they went.
Hindi na naman magkahiwala yung grupo, pero bumalik sila kasi hindi nila ako inuwan.
There was
Dang.
only 3 of them for a while. Then a few other trainees started coming back. So ShowBT put together a talent workshop to get more talents to keep the business going. This was batch 1. This was batch 2.
Target locked.
Justin de Dios.
Justin.
He got scouted right away because he was a very good-looking guy and already was a decent singer and dancer. When he joined, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
You look familiar. As do you.
Apparently, Josh told Justin about the workshop because the two already had a stint performing together in a dance cover group called Zero to Hero. So Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions. Perhaps it was fate. That group is nowhere to be found today. Justin obviously deserved better. He went on to finish his college degree in multimedia arts while training, which earned him a filmmaking skill that would prove very crucial to their success in the future.
The filmmaking skill, huh?
With Justin on board, this completed their prototype boy group. It's composed of
Paradox.
Justin, Pablo, Stel, Josh, Zeno, Kurt, and JP. They did multiple test runs leading up to their entry to Pinoy K-Pop Star 2017. They performed B-Day by Icon in an epic fashion, but they didn't win. At this point, ShowBT seemed to have hit a roadblock. The group felt like something was missing. I don't exactly know what happened to Zeno, Kurt, and JP. They either quit or ShowBT felt the need to let go of them and get someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next level. The extraordinary level. This years in the making project of ShowBT needed to reach its peak. So they started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like, I know a guy.
Ken. Yeah, I was waiting on Ken.
The guy he was
That's the
talking
boy- that's the
about
boy
was a
right
pain
there.
in his butt because their groups have clashed multiple times in their early dance competitions and their battles were always neck and neck.
Dang. So Ken
That
was.
guy's name was Philip John
It's like
Suson.
this is like if you can't beat him, join him. Type
He
of
was
vibe
such
right
a
here. Like what?
specimen.
They were rivals back
He
then.
was so naturally gifted
Yeah,
that
alright.
excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park for him. He grew up
Hey.
in the church under the care of his
Hold on, let me
grandparents.
see that form. Hold
He
on, let me
was
see
an
that form.
artistic kid, so he was active.
Let me see that form, dude. Let me see that form.
Church under the care. It looked like a walk in the park
Oh, I can't really see it right there.
for him.
Well, he hit nothing but net right there. Hold
He
on, hold on, hold on. I
gifted
just want to see
that
one
excelling-
second. Okay, he's playing every sport though.
Sports looked like a walk in the park for him.
Okay.
He grew up
I
in
can't
a
really
church
see the
under
form,
the
but
care of his
it
grandparents.
doesn't seem to look that
He
bad.
was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school. Nobody taught him how to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music, so he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist, but he later then fixed it as he learned more. He was also a gifted singer as a kid. Every time there was a family gathering, he was always forced to sing karaoke
How
by
was his vo-
relatives.
what was- what
But
was
when
his-
he hit puberty,
How does when he hit puberty? Okay, so you tell me he had a soft voice when he was a kid. Okay. I was wondering, did he have a deep voice as a kid already?
he lost confidence in his voice because he could no longer hit high notes.
Alright.
But his confidence came back after being mentored by Pablo, who taught him how to harness his unique low voice that seemingly sounds like it came from the underworld.
Yeah.
When
Like
it comes to
Kobe,
dance,
Mamba.
he didn't know he could do it until he was
Yeah,
forced to in
yeah.
order to get good grades during their school intramurals. After
That's a
discovering dance,
nah,
he
that's such a dope line, nah, bro. That's a dope line, sir.
transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly. Because of his raw talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to join the dance group called Amigo 7,
Yeah.
a would-be rival of Josh and Stell's crew, Seyon. It quickly became
Nah.
a reverse if you can't beat them, then
li-
join them kind of
that's literally what I just said earlier, right? That's actually great.
deal.
Dude,
So
look, dude,
Josh
I literally just said
recruited
that.
Ken.
That's
But
funny.
there
That's
was
funny.
a problem. He was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket. With nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Ken, the
Yeah.
main dancer, the bass vocalist, and the lead rapper of the group. One thing to note is
Yeah.
that they were an unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea.
That's actually
Justin
crazy,
didn't
bro.
make it in his first audition, so he almost didn't try again.
So we wouldn't have got an SB19, man, if that Korean member didn't leave his group. Oh shoot, imagine that, bro. Imagine that. So P-pop wouldn't have been what it is today without that CEO, when you really think about it, man. That's this is a crazy story, I'm not gonna freaking lie, bro. And now SB19 is literally like the biggest like Filipino band in the world, right? Are they? I think they are. They are, right? They gotta be. Like, out of the biggest Filipino group in the world, right? No? No? Let me know.
Until Josh told him to do so. And Ken wouldn't even have the opportunity to join if the ShowBT trainees didn't come back after that quitting incident. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect. When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence
Butterfly
has a
effect.
rippling effect through time, leading to a consequential event sometime long after the initial event. Or as Google would put it, the phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have large effects elsewhere. Tatang Robin's so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future P-pop Kings.
Yeah.
In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group was carefully picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines country code digits, 82 and 63.
Oh.
So 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 19. If you subtract both
Hey.
numbers, you also get the same result. SB doesn't only
Hey.
mean ShowBT. It is also about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is
Yeah.
fearlessly represented by this phrase: Soundbreak.
Oh, that's goosebumps right there. Hey. That's goosebumps right there. Oh, shh. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let this play out real quick. Let this play out real quick, man. Thank you, SB19, for inspiring me. Dang, shout out Casual Chuck, man. Seems like he's really like a big SB19 guy that he really had to make this for real, man. Yeah, man. It seems well made for sure. It's definitely like an actual real documentary, bro. Like that you see like on TV or something. I feel like YouTube's literally like the best. Like, how do you want to say it? Like, how do you want to say it, bro? You can learn a lot from just YouTube alone, right? Like, for real. Like, and it's free, bro. So it's like, bro, there's a lot of opportunities to be taken advantage of for sure, bro. But shoot, man, seeing a dedicated like fan, I think this is a fan for sure. But the way he made it sounded like, man, it's like so unbiased. You know what I mean? Like, it seems so professional, bro. Like, it's actually pretty crazy, man. So, yeah, bro. The ultimate sound break, huh? Man, I feel like I definitely learned a lot, man. It's definitely a lot of overlap for sure. I feel like a lot of colliding between K-pop and P-pop, yeah, man. Like, I feel like, man, you kind of learn that it actually is pretty inspired. Like, P-pop's pretty inspired by K-pop, but I feel like SB19, when they formed their group and just like kept going, I feel like, yeah, man, they eventually, like, how do you want to say it? They eventually molded themselves to be who they are today, man. Yeah, shout out SB19, man. Shout out Casual Chuck for the video, bro. That's crazy. Now I gotta watch every single one. I'm definitely, like, I feel like this definitely got a lot of my attention now, man. Like, especially seeing, like, how they grew up and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely very inspiring for sure, bro. It's like, yeah, we just gotta keep watching. We just gotta keep watching now. At this point, I feel like I'm hooked now. I'm hooked. This feels like a dang movie, for real. So yeah, man. Yeah, Ken coming last. Yeah, Ken coming out last. That's funny, bro. Nah, that's funny to me because like he's kind of like the cool guy to me in the group. So him coming in last is like, and especially him being rivals with the other members. I find that funny because like, bro, he really gives off such like a, how do you want to say it, tough guy vibe, and like a villain. So it's like you got the villain to join you. Yeah, okay, that's kind of different. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I see Ken a little bit, bro. He's like really, he seems like a really cool dude for real. So, alright, man. Yeah, him coming in last is like, yeah, I feel like it's fitting. It's fitting for him. Alright, man. I guess I'm gonna end the video here, bro. Yeah, that was fun. I feel like I definitely learned a lot just from that one video. Hopefully, we can keep going with this, man. So as long as y'all spam the heck of the like button, hype the video up, subscribe, and comment down, bro. That's all y'all gotta do, bro. If you really want me to keep going, man, like, because I feel very inspired after watching this for real, bro. So I'm gonna keep going for y'all, man. I just need y'all to do some simple task for me real quick and do a simple favor for me. I'd really appreciate it, man. But it's your choice at the end of the day. I'm not forcing you or anything. I just really appreciate it because it helps me, especially, to be more motivated in myself. So, all right, man. Yeah. So I appreciate y'all. Like the video, subscribe, hype the video, comment down below, and let me know what videos I should rate to, man. So, alright, man. That's gonna be it. I'm out. Peace out.